It's notoriously hard to pin when he gets in that position. But John Brzenk's endurance is the best of
What's up, YouTube? So since Jerry Cadorette has kind of been in the main spotlight as far as pullers recently, considering his win over Georgi Svetkov, being the East vs. West, technically the heavyweight champion, even though it's hard to say that when Levon is out there and exists, even though he hasn't competed in East versus West. But it's kind of cool to look back at old footage of Jerry and see that he has that same unique style, that same flop pressing style, which I tend to notice that there's always, all of his matches, there's like a lot of the time there's a lot of foul controversy with elbow fouls and stuff like that. Even going back 10, 12 years, matches with Brzenk, matches with Bajent. And I found this footage from Arm TV, which is like an old archive of arm wrestling footage of John Brzenk versus Jerry. And this was back in, let's see, what year is this? I think 2010. So this is 13 years ago. And it kind of, history repeats itself as far as some of these pullers who have been in the sport for so long doing their thing, and this was an absolutely incredible match here.
Jerry Cadorette.
Yeah, I mean, it all just depends on how ready he was at Mohegan Sun when we pulled a couple years ago. If he's stronger than that, of course I was, you know, about 10 pounds, 15, 20 pounds lighter.
Wow, so he wasn't pressing here. He's out of the strap and he's actually going for an offensive hook here. This is 2007, so this is 3 years before the match that I'm about to show. Oh, you still see him with his tongue doing the tongue wag, the Jerry signature tongue wag, all the way back 15 years ago. But here, John Brzenk is just completely controlling him in the hook here. Complete domination by John there. And that was 3 years before this match that they're about to have.
Still able to squeak a win. I'm going to be better than I was at Mohegan Sun, but if he's a lot better than he was, then he's going to have good chances to beat me, but we'll see.
John, come on, buddy.
All right, folks. The big catch.
Get up, John. Come on, buddy.
Oh, yes. This one for a while.
Oh, yes.
Holy shit, I love to see that intensity from John Brzenk. That is awesome. It reminds me of that match versus Onger Bayev where he actually brought the intensity, and it's exciting to watch.
Look at that sight by John Brzenk.
Don't pull yet, gentlemen. I want you to grab. We're going to go in the wrist. You guys can't get in.
Usually Brzenk is super calm, but it seems like there's a slight rivalry between Jerry and John at this time. And really with a lot of the top pullers, even Devin and Jerry nowadays, there's that you know, competitive rivalry when these guys just have that ego that they think they're the best. And that's where on the table, it's where it all comes to light, basically.
Turn for me.
On your right, Big Red from South Alabama,
Jerry, turn.
Massachusetts. Here we go. Both to cheer.
Turn.
We'd be saying about Jerry Cadorette come Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning.
He was one badass mother. You know, like I said, I came 3,500 miles, Gary. You know, that's 3,500 miles to come to get the job done. You don't come 3,500 miles and not get the job done.
Move, go! Keep touch.
There you see Jerry fucking playing the refs again, just like he seems to do in East versus West too, yelling at the refs. It seems to be a recurring theme with him, I will say.
John Brzenk with hand and wrist control. Here we go into the straps. Match number one. Here we go.
Straps.
For the UAL, the two best arm wrestlers in the world up on stage right now. Jerry Cadorette won the World Championships at 242 back in 2000.
Come on, we're right there.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
One move. Go!
And look at John's confidence screaming there in that first match. Got the complete hand control. He's doing the tongue wagging as well still. But see, the problem of getting in that position where you're like this and Jerry has his wrist back and you're on top of it is that if you overpronate too much, it's almost impossible for you to get back down into a position to press because you're just on his wrist. You're not actually on his arm. You have to be on his arm enough to be able to pin him down. Here you see John having to transition inside because, again, he's got to get on that arm enough and transition in for the press, as you saw Devin do against Jerry, and really is the best way to beat Jerry is have enough purchase on the inside in order to actually finish the match once he gets his wrist back. John's able to get that transition there as Jerry was completely gassed out. Very impressive stuff. Match number 2. Looks like they slip out. Go into the strap here. The audio is muted now. And another similar position. John has the hand control, but Jerry still with that arm and the strap is able to stop the match in a decent position for him. But John has to transition at this point inside enough to get in on his arm to get that pin. I think he's just waiting for the right moment once again. Oh, John tries to go for the transition, but Jerry is applying that side pressure at the correct time, and he's not able to get in on it. And these guys always have wars. Anytime Jerry's in a match with someone, it seems like it's a war, no matter what. The guy has significant endurance for a guy who's like almost 300 pounds. There's the tongue wagging again. Holy shit. Like, this is like another minute-long match at least. John's trying to get that transition, but he's just not able to get in on Jerry's shoulder, onto his arm there. Still going for the transition. It's not there. Wow. Jerry has been doing this for fucking over a decade. This style, it's so rare. This arm wrestling style, it's very, very unconventional.
Cadorette and Brzenk. What a match. Another war. Here we go. We got the 2 strongest arm wrestlers in the world on the table right now.
Oh, his elbow just came up.
Here we go.
Against the wrist.
John is trying to ease his shoulder, and then we got press.
John adjusting his hand in that position. Jerry's rocking the wrist over.
This is So the next match is for the win, basically.
Hurry! You gotta do your watch faster. You know, it's interesting. I'll wear them later. I got another match.
All right, let's do the last match here.
Come on, 500. We're gonna up the ante a little bit.
Last match right here.
500 extra bucks on this match. Another 500. Let's do it. Go!
Doing the strap. Once again, he goes into
Call it
this
if you see it.
John Brzenk, Jerry
See, the problem with pulling Jerry by over-pronating too much is that it's just so hard for you to get your shoulder behind it and transition back into your shoulder because he's already got his whole shoulder there just waiting for you to do that, to go sideways. So you almost have to, like Devin did when Devin faced Jerry, he basically just shot in for the, get Jerry off his bone line and just literally just rise and just shoot right in on his bone, basically.
Let's go! Man, I still won't hear you. The two best in the world. Appreciate it.
Elbow.
Cadorette
That elbow. Elbow. Hang on the skin of that pad.
Got an elbow foul. Jerry Cadorette move. Jerry Cadorette, one elbow foul.
I want strap to be done.
We're gonna see it again.
Oh, that is an intentional elbow foul. That should be, and he just gets a restart on that. That is crazy. That is crazy. I think he felt that John had a good position there, and that looked very intentional.
What do you think, Robert?
You got the power.
Throw him in that little way.
In wrist position. One foul. We're tied in one match apiece. Match number 3.
Let's hear it, folks. What do you think?
That's good, but
Heavyweight championship of the UAL. Here we go. UAL does it big, baby. Here we go. Come on.
that is.
Jumping inside. Jerry Cadorette.
Jerry got a better
John
position.
Brzenk gets wrist and hand position. And a post move. Jerry Cadorette is holding on.
Wow, let's take a moment and pause and look at that elbow pad. Look at John, look at the elbow pad he's on. That looks like some type of wacky old school pad where it just, you sink in like a pillow. It doesn't look like a solid elbow pad. That is interesting. I've never seen that.
And here we are, locked in the center. Jerry.
Behind you, Jerry.
Oh, big hit by John Brzenk. Jerry brings it back to the center. Jerry is notoriously hard to pin when he gets in that position. But John Brzenk's endurance is the best in the world.
To me, that looks like Jerry just called his own pin there. Let's take a look at that again. He went for the one last surge, and then he just lifted his elbow up. But I don't even think the ref called it by then.
But John Brzenk's endurance is the best in the world. Super match winner.
John is like, that didn't touch. That didn't touch. It's hard to see from the angle. It's really hard to see. I'm going to have to replay that.
Woo! Fucking A!
Replay that. Oh, there's Jerry just screaming in John's face. Holy shit.
Jerry Cadorette, come on out here, please. Put your arms, sir.
Oh, here's the other angle. Here's the other angle. That is such a close call. Look at this. Oh man, that is close. I mean, how much of your hand has to be below that fucking that pad there. In this case, it's more of a string. I mean, John, it looks like it's so hard to tell. It looks like it's barely above, to be honest, to me. But he went for that surge, and he's looking at the ref at the same time, and then he's elbow foul. He's, you know, calling his own pin, basically. That was a close one. That was super close. I would like to see that a little more convincing of a pin, but it seems like I said at the start of the video, Jerry always seems to get into these matches which are just absolute wars and are usually ended on either fouls or like super close matches, absolute wars. Same thing with Michael Todd. Like, these guys are just, they have incredible endurance. And they tend to get in absolute wars.
Fantastic match. Thank you. Let's hear from both gentlemen.
All right. We brought to you by Eclipse RV. Life is an adventure. Good job.
Wow, what a match, what a match. By the way, that's a super cool venue for a match. It looks like Huntington Beach, I believe, or somewhere in California by the beach. Super nice venue, big crowds. That's what arm wrestling needs, some absolute hype like that. But I thought it would be cool to show this video, this arm wrestling video from the archive. Again, shout out to Arm TV for the footage. I'll put the link in the description because there's so many old school arm wrestling videos on there, and it's crazy to see how Jerry Cadorette is still pulling with that style even nowadays, getting into some similar matches. But that's it for the video. Leave a like. What are your thoughts on the flat press? Why is it so hard for people to beat it? Especially like you saw the Bulgarian Georgi going outside too much and just ending in elbow foul drama and ends up losing to Jerry. But I think Devin has the key to beating Jerry when it comes to coming in with that shoulder and getting Jerry off of his shoulder and more separated out here in his press as opposed to here in his press, if that makes sense. So leave a comment, leave a like. Thank you guys for watching.